welcome back to our show. We are always excited to have you here with your questions and your engagement in viewing our content. We always look forward to answer your questions by trying to seek other farmers who are producing farming items so that we can be able to adequately equip you to start your hustle. So today we have come to Kiambu County. We are here with my friend. We've known each other for many years, and this guy is doing big business and we are very excited for him. He's gonna tell us all about his businesses because he's not just a producer of mushroom, he does many things, but we're gonna pick on his mind and understand what does it take to be a mushroom farmer. So karibu sana Morris.
Yes.
Karibu kwa Farm on Fire.
Long time coming.
It has. Yes, and I know we've partnered along this journey with you because you bring a very critical aspect to farmers, but we're gonna get into that later. So guys know that there is some good news with Morris in terms of trying to complete the cycle. How do we get the money back to the farmer's pocket? It's not enough to teach someone how to do things. It's important to show them hii pesa inarudi kwa mfuko this way. Yes. So you can try, you can start by introducing yourself and what inspired you into the mushroom journey.
All right. Well, to the viewers, welcome to Mycelian Foods Limited.
Yes.
These are offices, and Wangari, thank you for coming.
Yes.
We are delighted to have you. Like you said, we've known each other for many years. So me introducing myself to you is not necessary. I'll do that now to the viewers.
For the viewers.
Yes. So I am Morris Ikonya, an agripreneur. I am in the mushroom value chain. I grow oyster and button mushrooms. Also, we aggregate and buy from the farmers. We have 123 contracted farmers in 15 counties who are doing both button and oyster mushrooms. We also do value addition where we dry the mushrooms, we mill into powder, and we use the mushroom powder to do mushroom cookies. So in a nutshell, that's what we do. We have other things that we're doing. We are in the travel tourism industry where we do local and international travels under the company name of Calbo Adventures. So we are happy to have you here. Let's chat more about mushrooms. Yes.
Tell us where is here.
All right. So here, we're in Kiambu town.
Okay.
This is where our headquarters are. Our farm is just near here, about 200 meters from where we are.
Okay.
So this is basically where we do the office work.
Okay.
You know, as a business, you need to bring in other people. I cannot do everything by myself. Yes, and I cannot have them at my place.
Yeah.
So it's good to have an office where now the office work is being done by everyone. I have a team of about 4 guys, 4 Gen Zs.
Yes! We love Gen Zs.
Yes, so they're doing amazing work.
Yes.
So whereby now we collect mushrooms and then we deliver to the supermarkets.
Okay.
We are contracted by the major supermarkets. We have Naivas, we have Carrefour, we have Quickmart. So we get orders from them. We contact our farmers. We know exactly farmer will be harvesting on a particular day. They let us know the number of partners they have.
Yeah.
We can either collect from their farms if they are around when within the vicinity, or they send to our collection center in town.
Okay.
We have a collection center at Aga Khan Walk, just behind Kenya Cinema. So most farmers send their mushrooms there because we have farmers outside Nairobi.
Yeah.
We have some in Nyeri, Murang'a, Nakuru. So they sell mushrooms and we collect them, we aggregate them at Aga Khan Walk, and then we distribute to the various branches.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for giving us that bit, and as we go into the depths of what does a typical day looks like and how does that, but before we get into that, tell us, the young Morris, alianza wapi, alienda shule wapi, aligrow wapi, tell us how are you when you are 18 years?
Well, before that, I would like to say nilikuwa nakaribia kufunga mlango ya millennials. So myself I'm a millennial.
Yes.
I've grown up here in Kiambu, born and raised. I went to My primary school is Karonga Primary School, not far from my place.
Okay.
Then later joined Kijabi Boys, still in Kiapo County.
Hey, okay.
But a little bit further,
Yeah.
in the neighbors of Nyandarua and Nakuru County.
The place where there is fog.
Yes. I'm telling you that place in the morning.
Yes.
So we had to convince our principal and deputy principal to be getting hot water in the morning. Those boys were not taking showers. June, July. Oh my, it is so foggy in the morning.
Yeah.
You don't want to get into shower at that time. So either take your shower during the day.
Yes.
Or get some hot water from the DH.
So did the headmaster comply?
Of course.
It was like it's either they shower with hot water or not shower.
Or not showering. So we didn't have an option. So fortunately, at our time, I cleared in 2010. So by that time, we were getting hot water.
Okay.
But the guys before us, it was tough for them.
Times.
Yes, tough. Now I visited them. I think a year ago. They even have hot boilers. So things are changing for the better.
Okay.
So that's where I did my A-levels. Then went to campus. I went to Mount Kenya University, and I pursued PR.
Yes. Interesting.
I'm aware you have a background in PR as well.
Yes.
So that's what I pursued.
So we don't have an academic background with of us.
Yes.
Not academic, like agricultural.
Agricultural, yes. Mine is in practice.
Okay.
My agricultural background is in practice because I'm a son of a farmer. I like saying that. I've been brought up by my grandmother. We were growing coffee, maize, beans. So that's the background I had when it came to agriculture. But in terms of commercial...
Wewe uliwahi kahawa?
Oh yeah, sure. Nilichuna kahawa.
Okay.
But I was like the supervisor, I would say.
Okay.
in our local language, they call them nyafara.
So you are enjoying the power.
Oh yes.
Okay.
I was the one checking whether coffee is being done the right way.
Yes.
Making sure everything harvested is taken to the society. So we take our coffee to Dumberi Coffee Farmers Society.
Okay.
That's why we know and take even up to now.
Okay.
So
you can say your blood flows family.
Yes, it flows family. Yes. But now, with coffee, you get your proceeds after the year. So you harvest every year, you have inputs. So economically, we were straining. You're waiting for this money for a long time before you get it. When now I was done with campus,
yes,
I thought to myself, what can I do? I didn't want to go into employment. I have never seen myself employed anywhere. I have never. I'm that person. I can decide I will not work on a Monday, I'm going to work on a Wednesday, but you'll find me working on Saturday and Sundays. So I knew entrepreneurship is my journey, is where I should be.
Okay.
And I had already background in agriculture. But now, there was no money in coffee and maize and barley, so I needed to do something else.
Right.
And I've said this numerous times. I wanted to do strawberries. And actually now recently, I've been having now touch with strawberry ventures as well.
Okay.
Because like I said, we are Mycelium Foods Limited. So not just mushrooms, we are bringing other things inside.
Okay.
So I wanted to do strawberries. And I had watched a clip of a lady in Limuru who had grown them successfully.
Okay.
And she was in Value Addition as well.
Okay.
She was doing jam.
How old are you this time? Are you married?
No, I'm not. I was 19.
Okay.
19 or 20. So I wanted now to pursue that. To do value additions, to have jam, to have powder, so that we can be able now to do other things.
Yeah.
But then again, when I was doing my research, I saw this one would take a little bit of time.
Okay.
It would take time and also capital intensive. Because with strawberries, if you're doing commercial, you don't want to have just 50 by 100.
True.
If you have an acre, then you're talking. At that time, the piece of land we had was being used in other things. So I knew I wouldn't get the space that would be needed to grow strawberries commercially.
Okay.
So one day I'm going into town, my daily hustles, and I sit next to a lady, comma 3, hapa mbele, next to the driver. The next to me comes a lady sit next to me. Her name is Maureen, by the way. Maureen, if you're watching, shout out to you. Yes. So Maureen comes and sit next to me, and she's on her phone and a notebook, just noting things down and talking to her workers. Not to plan with her workers, she was directing. Mumewasha wheelbarrow, hizo jembe zirudishwe na strawberries mumwagilie maji. So that captured my attention, strawberries. So I'm like, oh, someone is doing strawberries next to me. I need to find out. But then again, being the well-mannered person I am, I excused myself.
I know you to be a very polite gentleman.
Yes. So I excused myself and sorry for eavesdropping, but I've heard you're talking about strawberries and I have an interest about strawberries. Please take me through. She was kind enough and took me through everything that is done in strawberries. But at the tail end, she told me, leave strawberries alone. There's something lucrative. There's something lucrative that I'm also interested in, and I think we can pursue it together.
And I want to say this to our viewers as well. Whatever you're seeking is also seeking you. God leads you to the solutions you are seeking. So if you're watching this video, it's not by mistake. There is something there, and it's good to pursue it. Yes.
I've become a reader because I've learned that entrepreneurs you keep on reading books of people who are successful. And there's this guy who is an author of The Diary of a CEO, and he keeps saying the universe, the universe is talking to you. As you're talking, you place yourself to the universe where you want to be. Then the universe starts conspiring and talking to you and bring the things that you need to you. And that's exactly what happened during this my
I want to give you an example. When I got my first car, I started seeing that car everywhere. I'm like, when everyone has red cars, if you buy this phone, you start seeing it everywhere. It's because your brain picks on what is of interest to you.
And then again, universe is conspiring
to assist you. It wants you to succeed.
So now Maureen told me, there's mushrooms. I want to start mushrooms. Would you be interested? I didn't know anything about mushrooms at that time. I think I had eaten once or twice mushrooms on pizza. And even know people are growing mushrooms in the country. So she told me about them and I got curious. She told me there's a company in Riru who is contracting mushroom farmers for export. So I got quite interested. And the numbers were making sense. Remember, I am in my early 20s. So I have this ambition and vision of becoming very successful. So if here there's a way I can get these millions, I was very interested. We exchanged numbers because the journey was quite short. From Kiambu to town takes about 30 minutes. So we exchanged numbers and she told me it was on a Monday. On Wednesday, let's go together so that both of us we can learn about this because she was also learning about the mushrooms. So we call each other on Tuesday evening, we plan Wednesday, we meet up and we head to Riru. And once we got there, we were a team, we were a group of about 6-7 guys. Young guys were interested in this. So I'm like, interesting. So we got to learn about the mushrooms.
Did you guys say whose farm was this?
It wasn't a farm. It wasn't a farm. It was an office. It was an office. There was this lady who is very ambitious as well. Needless to say. She didn't know anything about mushrooms. The lady now who was teaching us with this company, who was contracting people. So she was just now making those money from the registration because I paid registration, which I think 1,500, and then you would invest about 600,000, and they would guide you on constructing
600,000.
600,000. Of course, I didn't have 600,000. And I told them I can get about 150, and this 150 will come in bits. Can I also invest in this? I was like, yeah, sure. You can do a quarter of the house. You can do a quarter of the house. Yes. So we got materials, raw materials. I was so naive because something like wheat straw. They were selling us wheat straw, and this is what, 2017. A bale of wheat straw we were buying.
Locally?
Yes, we were buying, I think, 300 other time they were selling to us. So something like molasses, a jerrycan of molasses, 20 litre.
They were selling to you the supply?
Yes, the supply, yes, you would pay and then they would bring to you.
Okay.
A 20 litre, I was buying at 3,000. 3,000. And at that time, I think it was going for 600 or so.
Yeah.
So I later came to learn that these
are
just
normal inputs.
Yes. And the company was just they had an idea. They had a very good idea. But now the execution, execution wasn't good because they didn't have the skill of growing mushrooms to start with. And mind you, this was button mushrooms. And you know how button mushroom delicate is. So the turning of the substrate and whatnot. Mind you, we did a test on our soil at my home in Kiambu. We did a soil test to see whatever we needed to add on this soil because they said we needed to do casing. Casing on our mushrooms. So I didn't know what all this was. So it was new to me and I was following their guideline. But I lost money. A whole 150 ilikunywa maji hivyo. Nilioshwa hivyo. Yes. So 3 months down the line hakuna mushrooms inatokea. I'm trying to call this lady. No, not Maureen. Or the other lady that we met.
Yes, Maureen was in the hole with you.
Was in the hole with me. I'm trying to call the lady and we are not getting a hold of her. So we later came to learn that she had done that to various people. And when I had a group of Maasais had lost, I think, 1,200,000.
She was
and
good.
150 money corner is hiyo ni kidogo. So I just nikasema hiyo ni school fees nimelipa. Sitashughulika nayo sana. But at this time, passion had already grown in me. And I think that's the time now you and I came to meet. Because
and we started the association. Yes.
So I did now my research. You know, I should have started with the research first before investing. So I started doing research, visiting farms.
Understanding. Because it's completely different. It's not like planting
It is not. You need the skill. I went online, Facebook. That's why I saw there's an association of guys growing. There's a farmers who are doing the mushrooms. Are based individually. The 8th person was doing their own thing. Challenges unazipata kivyako, unang'ang'ana kivyako. But there was a group of people doing that. So I started now contacting them on Facebook. Yes. First of all, to learn. I wanted to learn how they were doing it. Because I wanted to learn also. I wanted to grow mushroom myself. Got a lady at Ngorongo, is on your way to Gedega. She was doing button mushrooms and they were taking to Tanzania.
Oh wow!
I was like, this is impressive. So I need to learn.
Did she have a farm though? Because that's the first thing you learn from being point.
She had a farm. No, I was wiser now. I was not going to the office. I'm going to farms. I went to Karen. This guy, Mushroom Kenya. He was already now setting his own thing. So got to learn about them. There's another guys in Limuru who are growing.
They taught me.
Yes, I went there. I learned from them, and I thought now I can do it. I came and did the second crop. Also failed.
Speak to people who just think that. Not even just mushroom farming, any business that we just jump and the money will start flowing. They go like, I want to start onion farming. I've been told I'm going to get 10 tons per acre, and I'm going to make $1 million within my first crop. Talk to people and the journey of becoming.
The journey is usually quite long. But if you have the passion, you can withstand all those. You can withstand those challenges because you know where you want to go.
So but they should have shock absorbers to know that it's not smooth. If I want to set up a shop in town to sell kids' clothes, they are successful people, but they didn't start successful. You
need to start online. Sell your 2 maybe shorts or maybe shoes. and then go have a clientele. Yes, learn how to talk to people.
Yes.
You need to convince someone. If you're in entrepreneurship and you're selling something, you have to have people skills.
Very important skills.
Yes, people skills. You
Yes.
have to convince someone to buy what you're selling.
Yes.
So the second crop didn't do well. Button as well.
Okay.
So I went again.
Yes.
Facebook.
Yes.
I got Jeff Anthony, a
Yes,
guy in Kisumu.
I do.
Oh my! And
He was in Big Brother.
Oh yeah, he was in Big Brother in the early 2000s.
Yes.
So me, I didn't know that. I wasn't watching Big Brother at that time, so I didn't know about him in that line. So he contacted me on Facebook and we got to talk. He told me, yes, I do trainings and I can come. Yes, he used to sell spawn or oyster spawn. He was working, I think, with Masinde Muliro University. If I'm not wrong.
Yes.
So he came from Kisumu to Kiambu.
Wow.
We spent with him 3 days here, and he taught me from scratch how to do it. So the first person who held my hand is Jeff Anthony in this industry.
That's amazing.
Big ups. So he trained me, and after 18-20 days, colonization, we started. So,
oh my God.
And I have to add this.
Yes.
When we're doing this training,
Yes.
I called Maureen, the lady who is
Yes.
I have gotten someone who can train us on how to do it. So the training we went together with Maureen.
Okay.
And a few colleagues of mine, we were about 4 of us.
Okay.
So we were now trained on how to do it. And since I was the one now ready to start,
Yes.
I did a crop.
Yes.
Because we are doing it practically.
In
Mixing,
your farm?
Yes, in my farm. Mixing things. In fact, we were also constructing the house at that time.
Oh my God.
So we're mixing mud. People are doing now the thatching and everything.
Yes.
And on the other hand, we're mixing the substrates. So after 20 days of inoculation, colonization was done and pinheads started coming up. I was so excited. This was my first luck.
Yes.
I have struck gold. Right, gold. I might add.
Yes.
And it was amazing. We started harvesting. What you were saying about now selling.
Yes.
Now that's the next headache. Where do I sell these mushrooms?
Where?
He connected me to a few guys on Facebook. This is how you design your logo. This is how you do ABC and D. This is how you sell. And I started selling to individuals, consumers in town. But then these mushrooms kept on coming and coming and coming. And direct consumers, atanunua kwako on Monday, akuitisha on Friday.
True.
But mushrooms zinatokea Tuesday.
Zinatokea.
Yes. So I kept on calling them and nikaona kama nawasumbua.
Yeah.
So I thought, and nikiuza 8 time, oyster ilikuwa successful. So guys are asking me, uko na button? Uko na button? Hey, this button has a demand.
Okay.
Let me try again and learn about it. So that's when I went to JQuat. I went to JQuat and learned about growing now the button mushrooms.
Yes.
Together with the farm visits that we had done.
Yes.
I called someone now again to come and we did a crop on button mushrooms. So I had button and I had oyster.
Okay.
Then the same problem of marketing. Mushrooms zinatokea too. And since I had now started talking to farmers, it was the same problem we were having.
Yes.
So we thought we need to do something because we were selling to brokers, yes, but then again, prices.
It was very.
Prices are not good.
Today they are good. Tomorrow.
Ni kama bei ya gold. Na ya dollar.
Yes.
Ina fluctuate every now and then.
True.
Leo iko 130.
Yeah.
Kesho iko 80.
Kesho iko 50. Kesho iko rudi nyumbani nazo.
There is a time.
Oh my God.
A colleague of mine.
Yes.
Sold 3 pallets for 100.
Why?
3 pallets of button for 100 shillings. So they were flooded, yes, but prices, you cannot break even with such prices.
Yes.
So we thought we needed to do something.
Which year was this? Because I
This is
think
2019.
people were so traumatized
Yes.
by that that they keep bringing that question, which is critical.
Yes,
but I
yes.
want to tell them first uptake of mushroom has gone up.
Oh, it has gone up.
The market has really widened and is consuming so much. Tell us more about the market. Tell us more about why they need to keep producing. Why this is not a quail business.
Yes. Oh, it is not. Because the demand that has grown so much from that. You're getting even guys from not Kenya, Ghana. Have guys in Ghana asking me about mushrooms.
Yes.
In Nigeria.
Even me, I have viewers who are like, we want mushrooms.
We want mushrooms.
And I'm like, how do I get them to you? They are so perishable.
Yeah, they're so perishable. Yes. That's the challenge that we encountered as well when we are doing the market. So I wanted to finish first with how now the association came into place. Yeah. We organize ourselves into group, yourself included.
Yes.
And we have
I hosted the first meeting.
The first meeting in Kitagera. And then we came to my farm. I think it was the other way.
We first came to your farm.
To my farm.
Yes.
Under the avocado tree.
Yes.
I nicknamed that avocado, the cradle of mushroom farmers.
I love that.
Because I think we were 15 of us.
Yes.
We contributed 100 shillings.
And we didn't even have much.
We didn't.
It was just, you just need a place you can come.
Just come, let's talk things. We have the challenges that we are meeting.
Yes.
So we contributed 100 shillings and we went and registered the association. Mushroom Farmers Self-Help Group. It was a self-help group.
MGAC or something.
We started with Mushroom Farmers first.
MFA.
Yes,
I remember.
Because we needed something to trade with. We needed a license.
Yes.
Something just we can trade with. And that's how we got to Naivas.
Yes.
We started with one called Afrofresh. It was a distributor for Tumaini supermarkets.
Yes.
Which later
Tumaini,
came to be,
I remember you were doing sampling.
Yes.
Yes.
Tumaini later came to be bought by Quickmart.
Yes.
But then again, those were first clients. Then Naivas. Before that, we had done a story with Dennis Otieno, Smart Farm.
Yes.
So these videos, the power of social media, these videos is what now made the consumers and our clients believe in us that yes, these guys are.
For me, I want to hear about when people say that mushroom is a cool business. How long have you been in mushroom to show that, we've been here, we've been making it better.
Yes.
Talk about conversations with one of your major outlets, which is Naivas and other supermarkets.
Yes.
What is their response on the ground? Talk about people who've impacted their lives directly by showing them how to start this business and how they are thriving. Talk about people you've interacted and found in the line of mushrooms. How have mushrooms changed your life, Morris?
Oh yeah, mushrooms has been a game changer for me.
Okay.
It has turned my life around because for one thing, earning an income. It has been earning an income.
True.
This is my 7th year.
Unemployed by mushrooms.
Yes.
I don't need a job.
Yes. This is my 7th year in the industry, just doing mushrooms. So it has been a journey, like we started saying.
Yeah.
You don't just start and you're successful, but there are people who are ready to assist us. And with mushrooms being a climate smart,
yes,
we got people to assist us as Mycelium Foods Limited. So we were struggling now to do the value additions, even to pay farmers on time. Like I said, I told you, we aggregate from farmers. So
break
farmers,
down that process.
Yes. So farmers, what we normally do, once we get the mushrooms, we would pay when we get paid by our clients.
No,
so, at that time,
so I'm a farmer. I brought you mushrooms.
Yes.
10 panels. What happens?
So what happens is we have to check on quality first, because again, quality is what sells, and they're going for display.
High value.
Yes. Now where's the other could display kitu ovyo, and you see now the supermarkets we are taking Carrefour, Naivas, very high on quality.
True.
So you have to check on quality first.
Right.
If you have any issues, we shall guide you. But we will only take the qualities that is good for the market.
True.
So once we receive the mushrooms, we write you a good receipt note, saying that we have received these mushrooms.
Okay.
So whatever we receive from you as a farmer, and we issue you with a good receipt note, indicating the number of panels, the price, and the date we received. Now all those mushrooms will be paid to you. So what happens when we were starting, we used to wait until the supermarkets pay, and they would pay us maybe monthly or after 45 days. And mushrooms were taking every day.
Yes.
This farmer needs transport, they need food,
they need cash flow for their business.
Yes, and they need cash flow to grow their business. So it was very hectic. And we lost a number of farmers who said, hey, now I want the interest. I have seen mushrooms is doing well, but I don't have the cash flow to do that. So now we started now as an entrepreneur, you have to look for avenues of people to assist you. And we were doing proposals. You need to write a proposal. As an entrepreneur, they say every single day you do a proposal. Yes, you do a proposal. Yeah. So because there are grants, there are opportunities for
and even commercial banks.
Yes, even commercial banks, you might engage them and get a low interest loan. So we were successful. We got one from KCIC, that is Kenya Climate Innovation Center.
Yes.
It's an NGO in the country, supported by Danish government and European Union. Yeah. So they heard our story and they were very much interested because of what the impact we are doing. Yes,
it's
to the community.
The people on the
yes,
ground.
the people on the ground. And remember, these farmers, I'm telling you, 80% of them are women and youth. So it was very interesting for KCIC when they heard about our story, and that's how we got a grant from them. 860,000 was the grant amount. Yes, to someone it might seem small, but it was very crucial for us. It was a turning point. Now we would pay farmers on time. Yes. We cut from monthly or 45 days down to 2 weeks. Okay. Every 14 days, everything that you brought to us, we are able to pay you. Yes. So we've also been able to cut out down to 7 days. When you bring your produce, after 7 days, you are paid. You paid your money. Yeah. So you are able now to have cash flows and invest more and continue doing your business.
Tell us about what these off-takers are talking to you, because you have a good relationship with them. What are they saying in terms of the horticultural industry, the mushroom industry?
Specifically for mushrooms, do you know we are selling as far as Kisii? Kisii, Kakamega, they are consuming our mushrooms. Yes. So that is the conversations we are having with our clients. The demand for mushrooms is growing so much. Yes. You're having people, like myself here alone, we're having a demand of 200 kgs of mushrooms every week. Every single week. That's about 800 pannets. Yes. Because you know a pannet is a quarter kg. So that is the demand we are getting, and we're not meeting that. So what we're doing currently is building the capacity of our farmers to produce more of these mushrooms, so that we can be able now to take to our clients. Again, we've engaged a lot of hotels in our town centers. In Nairobi, Karen, Westlands.
Where can people eat mushrooms? They ask me all the time.
There's a hotel in Westlands called Fonda's Tequila. We supply them with mushrooms. And you can just have a mushroom soup there or mushroom saute.
And I know Java has mushroom soup.
Java has mushroom soup. Yes. The clients that we supply to, we have one in Karen by the name Cultiva. Cultiva is quite an awesome getaway. Yeah. In fact, it's well hidden. You might even know you are in a restaurant.
To drop in some meat, you want to go and experience gastronomy. Yes. There is also this hotel in Kilimani that is Luya cuisine that sells kienyeji foods, and they have oysters as well. Nice. Yes, but I would also like you to pitch in and chime in terms of the people who have benefited from this business, who have started their life earnings.
We have a number of farmers who are benefiting from the mushroom farmers. One of them, our champion, our golden girl, is Consolata Muindi. I have seen her life being transformed by mushrooms. She came from a bad relationship and she said, no, I'm tired of living like this. I need to have my own income. True. And she started with mushrooms all the way from Western. And then she moved back home. And that's when we met. Yes. We trained her on how to be packaging mushrooms. Remember what you were saying about packaging? And taking nice pictures? Yeah. I showed her on how to do that. And she already had the skill of growing mushrooms. But she needed market on how to be doing that. We started now buying her mushrooms. We contracted her as our champion farmer, and she started now even doing mushrooms for other farmers.
Yes.
In fact, when I have a big project, I normally call Connie, come and assist me.
Okay.
So it has helped her so much, earning a living, an income, getting an income, being able to feed herself and her children. And now she has gone back to school.
Yes, it's very interesting. She has a child in campus and she's in campus.
She's in campus.
It's very interesting. And even her confidence, her self-worth has gone up.
And all this is because of mushrooms, because she was confident enough to put herself out there and say, I am tired of being vulnerable.
Yeah.
And she used what she had. She had mushrooms at her disposal.
True.
And now, as a community, we have also joined hands and help her and assist her to pursue her dreams. So with mushrooms, selling mushrooms, she's getting an income and saving a little bit and paying for her school fees in campus.
Yes.
So that, for me, is a milestone. And when I remember that story of Connie, it gives me joy.
And fuel.
And fuel to continue doing this. Because we have senior citizens, retirees, whom they have retired, they don't know what to do, where to get their income, maybe they are getting that pension, but if you don't multiply it, it will finish up before the next one. So we have people in Karen, senior citizen, one of them, she grows button mushrooms there. She's a huge supplier of button mushrooms.
Okay.
And she struggles to get the wheat straw, the spawn, because, and again, you know, spawn is quite expensive for button because you have to export it.
Yes.
It's quite expensive.
Yes.
So these are things that we are trying also to build our own capacity so that we can help our farmers. We want to be buying in bulk the spawn and supplying to our farmers.
Yes.
So currently we are reaching out to anyone who can assist us on that.
Yes.
Maybe we need to do the more proposals so that we can get the capacity to help our farmers do that, because that's something that we are struggling about. But I want to big up our senior citizens. Wamesema pia they are retired.
Senior citizens and this youth, this Gen Z were complaining of unemployment rates which are so high in Kenya and in Africa at large. We're also talking about women who are just at home, who finished childbearing and they don't know where to start. This is a good opportunity.
It's a good opportunity for them.
And also some men really come in and really do it in a very technical way. We appreciate all that.
When a man sets his mind on something, they have to see it through. It takes time, but they have to see it through. And I'm encouraged because we are tired of not having a livelihood. We are tired of being poor. Poverty eradication. You know, a mushroom being a climate smart, and climate is changing from time to time. You need something different for it to grow.
Diversify.
Diversify. Even if you have livestock, you need something that is bringing you income every day.
True.
So we're reaching out to everyone. If you want to do mushrooms, if you're interested in mushrooms, please reach out to us. Before we are too many of us.
The market is growing.
The market is still growing.
Why is the market growing? Tell us.
Because of immunity. People want to build immunity.
Yes.
COVID has taught us, we need to be healthy.
But
prioritize your health. You need to be healthy. And you know, one of the benefits of mushrooms is the immunity that we build. It has selenium, it has folate, all these things, they will help build your immunity, have stronger bones. They build your brain, the brain cells grows more. And for children, your bones and even your metabolism, it helps your metabolism. And to flush out toxins, detoxify. Selenium helps very high with that. So it is low on cholesterol. So if you are used to consuming meats, maybe every single day, choma here, gout is looking at you.
Red meat is not your friend. Cholesterol is not your friend.
So you can incorporate mushrooms in your diet. Maybe 3 times in a week, you can be able now to change your diet and have mushrooms there. So the benefits of mushrooms are many.
Are the one pushing this huge market.
And pushing the market and growing it bigger. Because its cost very high. When people go online and see what can I eat to build my immunity, mushrooms is top there.
Yes.
And that is why we are having the demand. It's growing so much. And then again, we have people who have done away with meat completely. They need to get their protein. They need to get their protein from somewhere. So we have a huge vegan community in the country and in the region. So that is why market of mushrooms is growing big.
Amazing.
Yes.
Awesome. I want you to speak on the power of social media and how it's even changing our governance in the country, but mostly for farmers who are like me. I'm not a socialite. How important is it for the power of bringing in the concept of social media in the farming business?
First of all, the information that is out there, it's so much. So social media can be your gate to getting this information. Learning about if you have interest in goat farming, you have an interest in aquaculture, that is fish farming. There's so much information online. You just go Facebook or Instagram and you type what you want and information will come.
Why are my chickens not laying today?
So there are groups, DFK, Digital Farmers, I think. You have farmers or people doing that. When you post a question there, someone will come and answer you. So there's so much. You don't need to go to an office and apply someone, pay someone for information. Information is at your fingertips with social media, Twitter. You will be able to get all this, and then market. Just post your produce there, and you have someone looking for that, and they contact you. And then now with Uber and Glovo and thing, you can be able to distribute and deliver to them. So social media is huge, and that's why we are saying currently we are going through a revolution, Gen Z revolution. Has started in Twitter. They say, oh no, Mr. President, we cannot come to meet you because we are many. We cannot fit in your office. We are leaderless. We don't want, because we know these leaders will be bored. So come to our space. Twitter or X. X space will become known there. And you also hold a lot of the space, X space on Twitter, whereby you engage with farmers and people who are also interested in learning.
To put it on social media and promote yourself. Say I have chickens I want to sell, I have mushrooms I want to sell. What can you tell to that person and the importance of engaging?
Oh, it is quite good. It is very important, and you also need to learn. You need to learn how to do it, because how to take good pictures, how to post.
True. You know, it's a skill. Digital marketing.
And unfortunately, we have to learn that. It's a skill that we have to learn, because everything now is social media, digital. You need to learn how to take a good picture, background and lighting,
what
and all that.
Information goes there.
Exactly. And different social medias, you have different audience, rules and how you are supposed to. The same way you can post on Twitter is not the same way you can post on Instagram. You need to learn that. So for people who are watching us and you need to learn how to do that, those are first of the things. You need to find people who are doing that and gain the skill of doing that. Taking good pictures of your produce and putting it. Do not be afraid. In fact, you just start with your phone. Hata kama ni haina lighting for just start somewhere. I remember when you started now with the social media and you would do the videos at your farm. And I would inbox you and tell you, that sound I could not tell you well. You know, Kitengela is quite windy. And you would hear that.
And I would improve.
You improve on that. Start with what you have, and then you can grow from that. Because you have people, as much as you have critics out there on social media, you have people who want to support you. They will help you grow. And you are my teacher. You are teaching me on how to do that.
What do you mean? You're the guru.
No, when it comes up to social media and everything, myself, I had not been successful in that line. So I am learning from you on how to do videos and everything. And package your message and information in a way that it will be acceptable to your
I love that. I love that. And just as we start to wind down, I want to hear about the successes, the milestones you've overcome, and then also for in the very end also comment, if I want to start mushroom farming, Morris, nianza wapi?
Oh.
Where do I go?
Oh, yes.
Where do I start?
Yes.
Like, give me a breakdown so that
Okay.
my brain
Okay.
is able to see this as not an unknown to an unknown. Because when your brain is fighting you, you never take action.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
How do I start?
Okay.
And how do I walk the journey to make sure that eventually I'm successful?
All right. So for anyone who is interested in starting mushroom venture,
Yeah.
and you have that passion, the first thing is do farm visits.
Mm-hmm.
Visit farms who are doing mushrooms.
Yeah.
Don't start by paying someone to come and construct a house for you. No.
Yeah.
Do farm visits.
Yes.
Learn. As mushroom farmers, yes, we do charge for farm visits because we have invested money in these ventures. So we do charge something small for you to come and learn, for you to come and see. For 2,500 and losing 150, like what I did, you see,
True.
you can weigh that.
Yeah.
Just invest in gaining knowledge. You learn how people are growing them. Then the structures, how it needs to be, the aeration, the airflow, because mushrooms need air when they're growing. How do you bring that into your grow room?
Yes.
If you're growing them in a hot place like you are doing in Kitengela, what do you need to do in the structure?
Yes.
So then again, now you come to the raw materials. What exactly do you need? And before I go any further, I need to pick up a team of guys.
Okay.
We work with farmers. We work with farmers.
Yes.
There's one guy, Collins Motai of Nova Mushrooms.
Okay.
And Morris, we share name. Morris Njagi of Makuno Organics.
Yes.
Those two guys.
They are very technical.
Oh, they are very technical.
Yes.
And we've been doing research with them just to figure out
the gaps.
Yes. Because substrates, the raw materials that go into that, they're very expensive. The wheat straw, you remember, I think last year or a year ago, or during the Kiangazi, we had livestock people competing with mushroom farmers to get the wheat straw, because they also needed to feed their livestock. So substrate went very high. So Collins, Morris, and myself, together with the help of a British guy called Raf, Dr. Raf Noble. Yes, he came into the country and we started doing a research on things that we need to change the substrate. We found that sugarcane bagasse can be used as an alternative. Yes. We found that you can even use sawdust. You can use, you need to compost them differently from what you're doing with the wheat straw and whatnot. But productivity for bagasse is more or less the same as wheat straw. Oh, wow. It is way cheaper. For a kg goes for a shilling. So for a ton is 1,000. Okay. Just for you to transport it.
So in Busia or anywhere you have sugar cane or you have a juicer who's making from
the one for juice, for making juice, it is not milk. So you chop it with a shaft cutter for it to compost, for it to be able to compost. Okay. But the one from the sugar mills, that one is so good. And the sugar mills are throwing it away because it's a waste for them. They either give them to the sugarcane farmers to go and dump it again into the farms as mulching and whatnot. But farmers have been doing that for years now. So now they're not taking any more. So as mushroom farmers here, we have a chance. We can be able to take it, formulate it a little bit further, use wheat bran and other supplements, and we can be able to grow mushrooms from that. So early this year, we concluded the research, and we found productivity is more or less the same, and at a fraction of the amount that we spent using the wheat straw. So I was saying that to bring the topic of you need to use substrate that are available at your doorstep. Yes. Even don't go far. Don't go very far. At your doorstep, you have maize cobs. You can be able to get them. Those one you can use to grow oyster. Yes. You know our colleague Connie. Yes. She goes into forest, banana leaves. You mix them all together. You steam them because there's a way of sterilizing. You get your substrate first. Right. You sterilize it, and then you inoculate, and then you incubate. True. Those are the basic steps of doing mushrooms.
Yes.
Then mushrooms, they are very heavy consumers of nitrogen. So you need to get substrate that are very high in nitrogen.
Yes.
And learn on how to mix substrate A with substrate B to give you the best it can. So for anyone who is interested in doing mushrooms, those are the things you need to learn.
Yes.
And then you construct your house. After constructing the house, you now reach out to us.
Yes, get someone to guide you.
Yes. Let someone guide you. Do not
How
do it
can
alone.
they reach you?
On our social media.
Okay.
Instagram. You can reach us on Instagram at mycelia_foods. Just DM us or send us a message. You're interested in learning. We can do trainings, and then we can sell your produce on your behalf. We'll enter into contractual agreements whereby you as a producer and us as a buyer, we get to benefit at the end of it all. We guide you on how to package your mushrooms. We aggregate the mushrooms and we take to the market. On Facebook, we are Mycelia Foods Limited, and on X, which is Twitter, formerly Twitter, we are mushroom_GAK, or Mushroom Growers Association of Kenya. So you can reach out to us. Even our numbers are on 0725 966 332. That's my personal line. If you call me directly, I will be able to handle your questions and guide you on what is needed to do. So basically, that's what we do as Mycelia.
Amazing.
Yes.
That was a heavy conversation. I think every time we meet, we're always on agenda. We've never just sat and just had a conversation. You went to school in a very cold place, and at some point there was character development for industry. So it was a nice conversation. Thank you so much for sharing.
I can talk about mushrooms every
and
day.
I know you to be the person who I just call and they just give me what I need. You share, you're free, you like giving information to those people who need it, and we appreciate that.
You don't lose a light by lighting someone else.
Exactly. So thank you guys. Let us know on the comments down below what you think. Any more questions that you would like from Morris. We're gonna attach his number right here below so that you can go ahead and start that relationship and start that conversation. He's opening his farm. My farm is also open, so you can ask us anything because this is quite a good business. The one thing I love about mushroom is the profit margin.
Oh yes.
Because mushroom substrate is formed, the farm itself comes from waste, agricultural waste. So you find input yake, it's very low compared to, because it's a high value crop, the selling price is very high. And that means that you have potential to make good money.
Yes.
So thank you guys for joining us. Morris, I'm here to Kwaheri.
Alright. Thank you so much for being with us when you're having this conversation with Farmer on Fire, Wangare Kuria, my longtime friend.
Yeah.
So thank you for lending us your ears and your time to learn something more about mushrooms. And we are looking forward to engaging with you on a business now scale. You want to learn more about mushrooms, just reach out to us. You want to help us also grow, reach other more markets. We are open for those conversations. So asanteni and have yourself a lovely time.
Okay, thank you guys and see you on the next one. Bye bye.